We've got this to a finished point here. This is the top of the fixture table. It's flipped upside down currently. So you're looking at the bottom side. Just got everything. Did one 12 by 12 square at a time. Stitch welded the corners and then the bottom piece in the middle. And got it to this point. And then we've got our 3 by 3 by 1/8 square tubing set up on the Evolution saw, and we're going to cut our legs first. All right, guys, welcome back once again. We've got this to a finish point. This is the top of the fixture table. Currently it's upside down, so you're actually looking at the bottom. And as you saw us welding everything up, we did 12 by 12 squares at a time just to kind of jump around and keep the heat so it didn't distort anything. Got our corner plates welded. This is where our legs will go. And then later on, we're not going to do it now, but you'll actually have some kind of legs, pretty much braces that go here. And then in between them, there's an option for a drawer in Dirt Road Metalworks file. It actually gives you the layout or the DXF file for those. I'm not sure if it works on everything is the same, if we had to modify it, because this is a 4x8 table. He also makes 4x10s, 5x10s, 5x12s, 6x12, something. Got different options. So we've got the Evolution saw set up. We also have our high quality workbench there. That's for my 1-year-old. But and she loves it, by the way. She plays with all those tools. She has saws and drills and spray bottles and everything. It's a pretty cool little thing. We got that Facebook Marketplace for like 30 bucks. No telling what that costs new. So we got the Evolution saw set up, and we're gonna cut our legs first. Kind of my arch nemesis is freaking legs on carts, platforms, different stuff. Trying to get, because this is upside down, trying to get this square and level and all that, and just seems to be a lot harder than it really should. So if you guys have any tips and tricks, feel free to share those. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these cut, get the legs on. Once we do that, then we'll do our cross braces down here, box it all in. These pieces here, gotta just clean them up a little bit. That slides over, and that's where our casters mount, which we picked up from Harbor Freight. 4 of these, they're like 24 bucks a piece. Super heavy duty, they're 8-inch wheels. So I think they're 9 1/4 tall total. So we'll get all that mounted on, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be ready to flip this thing over. Let's see if we can get these things cut. This thing is really loud, so make sure you always wear your earplugs and safety glasses. And so what I'm doing here is I've got my framing square on here. I've got this flush with the square tubing. Basically what I'm gonna do is just slide this on here. Then I'm gonna measure in between and see if I can square it that way. I've got 1/2 inch, a little more than 1/2 inch there. So I'm half and I'm half there. Then I'll just spin it 90 degrees and do the same thing. So I might be doing this backwards, but I'm gonna do it this way. I've actually never used any like this that actually wrap around the square tube. I actually we use plates all the time for handrails and all kind of stuff, and we just mount them on the bottom. So just again, make sure we're aiming the same. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to lay out exactly where I want the legs, and I'm going to inset them just a little bit so I've got room to get a nice weld around it. It's not bothering anything out here, you know, if we want to use the clamping area with these holes or these big open areas, and it's not going to bother us. And then what I'll have to do is I'll take my framing square and I'm going to have to square this and measure and see if we can get these things plumb and square with the table. And then we'll connect our cross braces here. And this should be, let's see, that says 28 and a half. That's right, I'm sorry. 28 3/4. And then you got 9 1/4 on top of that. So that'll put us right at 38. And what I'm gonna do is offset this. Looks like about a 3/4 of an inch, I think, is where I need to be. 3/4. Once I figure out where I want it, I'll take my little speed square here and mark it. I'm just going to mark 3/4 by 3/4. Then I'll set my post right in that edge there. Looks pretty close. Got to go just a little bit. So if I need to go towards the camera, and I think it was this way, I probably need to do this corner over here first. And what that's going to do is actually pull it somewhat by itself without even having to push anything. Still got to go some. That side's looking pretty dang good. Let's put
What's my neck?
Is that like goulash, which is really hamburger helper?
That's really not.
I'm having to just, it's not far off as you can tell. I'm just running a 3/8 bit and it's just barely skimming. Well guys, as you can see, the table is 95% complete. I've got just a couple welds that I didn't want to do overhead down here on the bottom frame where the pieces connect the legs. So I've got to go back and do that. You saw I just wire wheeled everything, cleaned it up. I'm gonna go back and double check. There's a few little spatter balls, and then what I may do is actually just kind of break this corner a little bit with a flap wheel, just to clean it up and kind of dress it up and make it super sharp. And then that should be it. And I do have to, as you can see, I've got my table clamps here. I can't remember, I did a video, included this, and I think I got these off Amazon. I don't even remember what brand they are. They're like Strong Arm or something maybe. They're supposed to go in a 5/8 hole, and that's what these are supposed to be. As you can see, it fits in some, like that one, it doesn't fit. Like I said, I don't know, man. I wish I knew what happened. I've got to do some research, figure out what happened to the plasma table, because we've had some issues since. And so anyway, got that cleaned up. I went to my buddy, Mr. Brown, who I'm hoping I can do a video. I'll hopefully introduce you guys to him. I got a reaming bit. Unfortunately, I don't have a drill here at the house to hold a 1/2" bit. So I'll go through all of these. It won't take long. It's a lot of holes, but it won't take long just to ream through it. Because like I said, some of them are really close now. So I'll do that tomorrow. This is done. It's super, super solid. I'm within, as far as I can tell, putting a 4-foot level on. I'll bring my 8-foot level home from the shop this week and check it, but I'm within a 1/16 of an inch pretty much everywhere. Side to side is extremely good. I don't have any bows or warps there. Only one, there's right about here, and then right here, there's a little section that's got a little whoop in it. But I'm gonna take WD-40. I know a lot of people use oils and stuff. I'm gonna coat this whole thing with WD-40. and I won't weld anything to the table. I've got a fixture table at the shop that's a 3/8 of an inch. You can actually go back and watch the video where we did that. That was one of the very first YouTube videos we did years ago. I think I actually recorded it with my phone, so the quality is horrible. But 3/8 thick top. We actually built the table, put the 3/8 plate on it. It's a 4x10, and then marked it all, pop chalk lines, center punch, and drilled them all with a mag drill. And the rule was nobody was supposed to weld on it. Use the clamps for everything. But that kind of, one person started welding something on it, and next thing you know, it was just, it was too hard to keep up with. So this is my personal welding table at my house, my shop here, where I'm gonna start doing many more videos. And so it'll be a strictly clamp down, nothing will get welded to it. Anytime we have any spatter, we'll get it cleaned off, chip it off, whatever. Try to keep from grinding and keep this surface super clean and precision. And 1/16 of an inch, even an 1/8 of an inch for what I'm doing here is good. You can go to like Certiflat and get a table. I don't know what the tolerance is. It's probably like thousandths. It's super precision, but they also come with a super price tag. I'm gonna guess probably minimum 5,000 for something this size. Probably looking 10 plus, if not more. So like I said, that's for precision, very high-end precision stuff that you have to have. There are companies that require, if you do work for them, you have to have those. What I'm doing here and what you guys are gonna see on the channel, just doesn't need to be that precise. Within a 1/16 or an 1/8, most of the stuff that we're doing is really good. So I'm happy with that. And like I said, it turned out really good. I got a few spatter balls. I'll just keep running my hands across it and catch those and just take a file or something, chip them, and then just kind of fix this edge. Take this and coat it all with some WD-40, and we'll be ready to do some projects. So super excited about this. Glad to finally have this done. It's taken me a while, just an hour or two here or there in the evenings, and finally hit a lick on it yesterday, and then finished it today, brought the skid steer in. Planned on recording that, it was pouring down rain and super busy, and it was just a mess, so didn't film flipping it over. My oldest son, Joshua, helped me out, hooking everything up while I was in the skid steer, and we got it flipped over. So you see these holes down here. I do not have the magnets for these yet. That also comes when you get the file from Dirt Road Metalworks. That comes with that. It tells you exactly the part numbers to get. I think everything is on Amazon. Don't quote me on that, but I think the magnets, the transformer, inverter, whatever it is, and the foot pedal, everything is on Amazon. It's not cheap, so I haven't got that yet, because I think it's a couple $100 for the magnets, $100 and some for the foot pedal, and then the transformer, and it just runs off 110 power. But the good thing about that is, and I think kind of why he does it, he does a lot of metal art, so you can put your piece of metal art on here, turn your magnet on, and not have to, you can put your piece of metal here, turn your magnet on with your foot pedal, and then you can take your cut brush and get all your slag off and all that stuff. But it'll come in handy for a lot of things. So we'll probably get a vise. I've got an old vise that I'm gonna do a renovation video on, and that'll probably get bolted here somewhere. And then kind of figure out what else we're doing. I've got clamps and stuff. We'll probably just hang them on the sides for now and utilize these spots. And then eventually I'm going to come off the bottom plates with some vertical legs, and in between there's like a drawer system that you can install. So hopefully you guys got some great information out of this. I'm going to try to put a cost on this. I think I'm under $1,000. I'm almost positive, because I think the plates, I had two 5x10 plates, and that was to cut everything, and I had a little bit left, not much. I think they were like 600, and then I think the casters, they were 100 because they were $24 a piece. And then the 3-inch square tubing, which I ended up having to get extra because I only had 24 footers. I needed a 24 and a 20. And that includes the pieces here. So I've got enough left over to do that. So I'll keep that here. But I should be under 1,000. I'll try to put that in the description below so you can see exactly what I've got. And then, like I said, the file from Dirt Road Metalworks, was $34.99. And you just tell them, just find the one you want. It's on Etsy. I think they're on his website. This is 4x8. You can do 4x10, 5x12, 6x12, whatever size you want pretty much. They've got it on there. So good quality drawings, got everything. It's even got some extra stuff you can make and bend for grinder hangers, little cups just to store stuff in that clip on these holes. So a lot of extras that you can get along with it. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.